All right, cool. My name is Amika. I work in the outreach space on the student success team. So I work at the beginning phases of admission. So I greet people at the information session. I go out into the community to talk to people who might be interested in careers in tech or learning more about tech and what Operation Spark brings to the table. And then once they're in our program, after we get them into prep, they work with another member of our student success team, and I take what we call our qualifying students, which are our junior and senior students, and then I work with them to ensure that while they're getting ready to cycle out the program towards graduation, that they've set themselves up for both personal and professional successes.
My name is Johnny. I am the operations coordinator here at Operation Spark. My primary responsibility, besides keeping John from going ballistic, is to oversee our expansion to Georgia with a little bit of a focus on the Atlanta metro area. And before I started working here, I was a student. I also have been a donor for many years, so I really believe in the program. It's awesome.
That's right. And I'm John, and I started Operation Spark back in 2013. I have a background in music and in software development in general, but I was working in the video game industry before starting up OpSpark down here in New Orleans. Over here, what I do, I don't know, I started the organization and I'm still captain of the ship, I guess. What CEO is what my title is, but, you know, basically I clean toilets and... The actual seat time is 6 months, basically, but the calendar time is a little bit longer because of the breaks and holidays, and then call it like hurricanes and holidays. Or the interruptions. Anywhere between 7 and 8 months right now. A student can go from the very start of the program, like info session, to I got a job.
I always tell people that it's like baseball, right? So if you hit the ball 3 times out of 10, you're in the Hall of Fame. But that means that 7 times out of 10, you didn't hit the ball. And so it's not that it's hard, it's new. When you say hard, it's hard because most people aren't used to failing 7 times out of 10, right? So there's a mental fortitude and a grit that is required more so than an intellectual capacity, right? It's not hard like people would think with like quantum physics or something or whatever. It's not intellectually that it's just so out there. It's just that it's new. It's new every single day. The time commitment is significant, and you just have to be resilient enough to understand that I'm not failing, I'm in the process of succeeding. It's no different than, you know, learning how to ride a bike. You're not going to do it right the first time. You're going to fall down, you're going to get hurt, but that's actually a part of the metamorphosis to someone who can ride a bike.
Yeah, and I'll add, like, I think the program is challenging for sure, but that's by design, and I don't apologize for it. And the reason is I want people to leave on the other side of this and feel like they've graduated from the Harvard of code schools.
I would just tell people, take all the information very seriously, trying to make sure that, you know, like when you go to the info session, there are resources that are recommended for you. Do that, you know, do as much work before the class begins as possible. Practice as much as you can before the program, and then practice as much as you can during the program. That'd be my advice, is just to work harder than everybody.
I think that, like, the opportunities like Operation Spark are once in a lifetime type of engagement. Think about it that way, like value that time that you have to commit to a program like Operation Spark. I would encourage people to come in here and explore and be a little patient with themselves. You may discover, I don't love coding. But I would also differentiate that between, yeah, this isn't for me, I realize I don't love this, or making sure that you're not giving up when things get hard, or there's challenges, or there's homework, or there's whatever, because, you know, the program really does work, and you have to, like, realize what it is that we're proposing You're going to come in here with zero knowledge, and if you graduate 7 months later, you can walk into a $70,000 job. That's and if you're coming from a low-income situation, it's likely we're going to support you financially in some capacity through the program. You may get a full scholarship for tuition, you may get living stipends, you might get childcare support. So, in other words, you're coming in here, zero knowledge, very little debt, and then you're going to launch a fantastic career as a junior software developer, jump into a $70,000 job, and never have a problem again ever finding employment in the high wage sector in 6 or 8 months, And you show me a university or college program that can do that. That's what we're proposing. And so is it challenging? Yeah, but think about what the end result is. It's not possible to do that in 6 or 8 months unless the program is kind of immersive and challenging.